I'll do tarot cards or clarify it with a white lion card, which is a very special reading, and we'll follow it with your relationship reading. Also, just if you would like your fate versus destiny reading, a brand new reading which I'm introducing, and it's on special for the month of, well, along with the May readings, but during the month of April. Very special reading. We have a look at what is coded into your DNA versus what you could be, the potentials that will be showing up for you. We have mostly an inclination to follow what we coded, fate to do, and miss our opportunities simply because of that. And when we are aware of what the opportunities are to shift our lives, try new things, become somebody different, not because it's better, but because it's interesting, then we can do the fate versus destiny reading. So that's a lovely opportunity. I will put a link to my website and you can get the reading from there. Right, but let's first have a look and see what's in store for Aquarius for the month of May 2022. I'm Aquarius rising, so this reading does apply to me as well. Right, let's first select the tarot cards. Just want to put this over there. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, quite a lot of major arcana coming through in the readings at the moment, which is significant because that means there are potential for big shifts and changes, right? Now let's see what the white lion cards are that come through with each of these cards. Aha. Okay. Just talking about opportunities, aren't we? And okay. All right. Okay, interesting. Right, so the first card that comes up is the Two of Spring, and this speaks about a progress being made or a bright future, but it takes dedication and hard work, okay? Hard work is not always physical blood, sweat, and tears. It can be aligning ourselves. It can be actually deciding what we really want. That can sometimes be hard work. Father figure plays a role in here. So when I see these two cards coming up together, then the message is that this has to do with basically at the root of it is, what do we consider the father figure to be? It can be a good thing depending how we were raised or what happened with our parents, or it can be something which we're not that keen on, okay? Either way, that energy is something that needs to be looked at in the month of May for Aquarius. And maybe our father worked very hard and we consider very hard work the way to attain what we want and need in life. So maybe that's an aspect to have a look at. The Seven of Spring says, be assertive, don't back down from what you believe, and courageously stand up for yourself. Opportunity then shows up as well. So I think the main issue here that you're going to be looking at is an opportunity is showing up for you. And you possibly thinking, well, it's going to take blood, sweat, and tears of very hard work, and it's going to take that masculine principle of taking charge and doing it. And perhaps that is exactly what it's going to actually be, is taking charge and doing it. Because if we look at this card, the Seven of Spring, it's about being assertive. It's about going after what you want and believing in yourself and going after that specific goal, knowing that it is meant for you. This is an opportunity turning up for you. The renewal card is when we look back at the past and we gauge perhaps where we made choices and decisions that were not in our best interests, okay? We had always had our reasoning behind it, and now we look to the future, and it's time to make choices and decisions again. That's showing up in a lot of readings at the moment, but this time there's an opportunity. The opportunity card came up as well, remember, to look at things differently this time and to say, right, this time I make the decision and the choice with my needs in mind, and more than just superficial needs, your soul needs in mind, what you really, really want to do. Now, the card that comes up with that is the Kara Ra, the Lion God's card. I have to look up the Lion God's cards because this is a big deck with lots of information. I do not remember all of it. So that card, let's just quickly have a look and see what that one is about. So that comes up with reviewing. So it's time, reminds you it's time to rely deeply on your inner wisdom. And isn't that interesting? Because understanding your life purpose, reviewing the past and present so you can plan a brighter future was this card. So if we look at the two together, what you have learned from experience, is not necessarily what you're going to apply in your future, but it has taught you what route you would like to take and the way you would like to take it in future. It has given you wisdom, even if it's just the wisdom to know what you don't like, okay? So rely deeply on that. Look at that, listen to that. You get the High Priestess coming up next, and she is all about trusting your intuition. She's all about going with gut feelings, with listening to those gut feelings, paying close attention to them. We often override our gut feelings. We'll get the feeling of, no, not this, or no, I shouldn't do it like this, or you get that feeling in your gut and you know this just is not going to work out the way that you planned. Listen to those feelings at the moment. Because there's an element here, and Cub says turning up for some of you, it could literally be your children, but for many of you, it's going to be a case of returning to that feeling of innocence, that feeling of looking at things through bright eyes, new eyes, with enthusiasm. And children tend to pay really good attention to their gut feelings, okay? They don't override them with, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, I should be pleasing this person. They tend to go with, that's what I want to do, and I know that's what I want to do, and that's where I'm going kind of feeling. And your gut feelings are going to be pushing you in that direction at the moment. However, the wisdom is in there, okay? The wisdom card is showing up here. The wisdom of what you have experienced has actually taught you what you don't want and the way you don't want to be doing things. Listen to that, and from there, go forward and assert yourself. Go after what you want. Use this opportunity that is showing up for you to pursue what is truly for you. Showing up in a lot of readings at the moment. So that is that part of your reading. Now let's have a look at relationships for Aquarius for the month of May. I still have a little bit of a cold, so I kind of tend to be losing my voice. And also losing a bit of breath every now and then. Okay, so let's see what's in store for Aquarius for the month of May in relationships. Okay, I'll use the white lion cards for this as well because they really give us a good insight into what is going on. Okay, quite a lineup, Aquarius. All right, so okay, ends well. Optimistic, stay optimistic. Truth, okay. Separation. Okay, that's interesting. Right. And then soulmate is the final one. Communicate and listen. Right, so you get stay optimistic and you get that with truth. So possibly at the beginning of May or even towards the end of April, you get confronted with some kind of truth where relationships are concerned. Don't let it throw you off the path. Don't let it throw you. This is just a moment to see things as they really are, but look forward to the future with optimism. This card only comes up when there is something to look forward to, okay? Something is coming up, and there it is at the end of your reading. That is going to be to look forward, something to look forward to, okay? So even though you might start off the month with some kind of truth that you have to realize, and this might make you want to be a little not optimistic, do be optimistic, because it's just clearing the path for something that is busy turning up for you. You get the separation card and you get cubs. This tells me there's probably children involved here. There's probably some kind of separation coming up with a partner, either because they need to be somewhere else or because there's children involved and they need to see to that. Either way, you are dealing with being apart with someone or they being apart with someone. There's a separation of energy, but it's all playing its part in the story. Because you get religious factors, which tells me you have core beliefs about relationships, so do all of us, that are being challenged this month. And that is an opportunity for you to have a look at those core beliefs. We all have them. And say, well, where did this come from? Why do I still believe this? Is it relevant in my life? You get Sekhmet with that, which is a Lion God card, which tells me this is an important lesson. It is a life-changing lesson. Let's see what this card says. Okay. It is always when the Lion God cards come up. Demolition, fire, and purging. She's a force to be reckoned with. She summons, in order to bring you strength and total unfailing commitment in a time of tremendous upheaval. So, you have something challenged in your relationship realm. It's something to do with a belief system, how no matter how it unfolds, even if it is a separation for someone, or you are dealing with a separation from someone that you've had in the past, this is your moment of truth. This is the moment when it makes you realize that a lot of stuff had to be cleared, including your core belief system, to make way for this, the soulmate. Either in an existing relationship, to realize what a deep connection you have with this person, or to call in that somebody that is genuinely your soulmate. This is about communicating and listening. The soulmate comes to you courtesy of communication and listening. So either something comes up which challenges your core beliefs, okay? The truth comes out, it challenges your core beliefs. There's something to do with separation here, whether it is permanent or just a brief amount of time, or you felt separated from your partner. Or maybe the partner is separating and they are then going to be coming into your life, okay? What you first needed to deal with, and probably what they needed to deal with, was core beliefs that are holding down or holding back your relationship life. But you're going to have an opportunity to communicate clearly, two-way communication, communicate and listen is about that, with a soulmate of yours, and re-establish or newly establish a bond with someone that is genuinely your soulmate. But there was a bit of an upheaval first. When this card shows up, it tells me there was upheaval. It was clearing the deck for you. Stay optimistic, because the soulmate is turning up. Whether the relationship solidifies itself to where the soulmate status is very recognizable, or somebody is moving in that is soulmate, this will be the end result of it. So don't let the truth stop you from looking at those core beliefs that need to be changed. Accept the upheaval was very necessary in order to establish that soulmate bond. Right, Aquarius, that's your reading for May. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm just going to repeat again. If you would like the fate versus destiny, fate directs your path and you're just going to follow in the footsteps of what happened before. Destiny, you get to see opportunities, make your own choices, possibly entirely change your life if that's what you want, into something different and more exciting and not repetitive, okay? If you've been having repetitive things in life, this is a brilliant reading to do. So I'll put the link in the description box below to my website. I'm offering it at a very special price at the moment, and you can order it from me. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, liking, subscribing. I genuinely appreciate it. Sending you love and hugs for the month of May. We'll speak again soon.